White Center Tower. Good afternoon. Turnip 1168 is on approach. Turnip 1168 cleared to land runway 14 left.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jet
on
Airways
behalf
1885 cleared for pushback. White Center ground, Jet Airways 1885 ready to taxi. Jet
Ladies
Airways
and gentlemen, please pay
1885 taxi
attention
to
as we
runway
display the
14
safety
right.
features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
White Center Tower. Good afternoon. Korean 7468 is on approach. Korean 7468 cleared to land runway 14 left.
China 77059 cleared for pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again. Please remain seated until the
White Center
aircraft has
ground,
come to
China
a complete stop.
77059 ready to taxi.
White Center ground. Turnip 1168 requesting taxi to the gates.
China 77059 taxi to runway 14 right.
Turnip 1168 taxi to gate Bravo 7.
White Center clearance. Good afternoon. Etihad 90371 ready for pushback at Alpha 1.
White Center Tower. Good afternoon. Kenya 9566 is on approach. Kenya 9566 cleared to land runway 14 left.
Etihad 90371 cleared for pushback.
White Center Tower, Jet Airways 1885 ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Jet Airways 1885 cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
Etihad 90371 taxi to runway 14 right.
Korean 7468 taxi to gate Charlie 2. White Center clearance. Good evening. Atlas Air 5875 ready for pushback at Charlie 3.
White Center Tower, China 77059 ready for takeoff runway 14 right. China 77059 cleared for takeoff runway 14 right. Air Transat 5742 cleared to land runway 14 left.
White Center ground. Kenya 9566 requesting taxi to the gates.
White center clearance. Good evening. Lion Inter 90427. Ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
White Center Tower. Good evening. Abex 1754 is on approach. Abex 1754 cleared to land runway 14 left.
Kenya 9566 taxi to gate, Alpha 1.
White Center Tower. Etihad 90371. Ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Etihad 90371. Cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
White Center Ground. Atlas Air 5875. Ready to taxi.
White center clearance. Good evening. KLM 7115. Ready for pushback at Alpha 4. White center tower. Good evening. Bangkok 908 is on approach. Bangkok 908 cleared to land runway 14 left.
White Center Ground. Air Transat 5742 requesting taxi to the gates.
Atlas Air 5875. Taxi to runway 14 right.
White Center Ground. Abex 1754 taxi to the gates.
White Center right.
Azul 6719er cleared for pushback. White Center Ground. Saudia 5552 taxi to the gates. Saudia 5552 requesting taxi to the gates.
White Center Tower. Good evening. KLM 7140 is on approach. KLM 7140 cleared to land runway 14 left.
White Center Ground. Lufthansa 1456 requesting taxi to the gates.
Azul 6719er taxi to runway 14 right.
White Center clearance. Good evening. All Nippon 24905 ready for pushback at Charlie. 4.
Zodiac 5552, taxi to gate Bravo 5.
White Center Tower. Good evening, Kenya. 6374 is on approach.
Atlas A 5875, cleared for takeoff runway 14, right.
Kenya 6374, cleared to land runway 14 left.
White center ground, reweighted 6030, taxi to the gates.
Lufthansa 1456, taxi to gate Bravo 3.
White Center clearance. Good evening. Russia 1307. Ready for pushback at Bravo 6. White Center Tower 109427. Ready for takeoff runway 14 right.
Reweighted 6030, Western taxi to the gates.
Lining 109427, cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
Reweighted 6030, taxi to gate Bravo 2.
White Center Tower, KLM 7115, ready for takeoff runway 14 right. KLM 7115, cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
White Center Tower, Aravind 4859, ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Aravind 4859, cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
White Center Tower, Delta 1755, ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Delta 1755, cleared for takeoff runway 14 right. White Center clearance, good evening, 171 neutral, ready for pushback at Bravo 1.
White Center Tower. Yellow 8699. Ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Yellow 8699. Cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.
White center ground, KLM 7140, taxi to the gates.
White Center Tower, Turnip 5237, ready for takeoff runway 14 right. Turnip 5237, cleared for takeoff runway 14 right.